Okay, Year 10, what I'd like to do is just do a few examples of adding and subtracting algebraic fractions for you to refer to, and you can watch it back rather than it being live. Also makes it easier for those people who've struggled to get on when we've done things live. I will do more examples with people who want me to. That's not a problem, but I think it's important that everyone has an opportunity to watch the examples being done. Basically, if you're adding or subtracting algebraic fractions, you do very much the same thing as you would do for a numerical fraction. So if I had a numerical fraction that was, say, a half plus a third, I think, what's the common denominator? Well, you know the common denominator there is 6. So I will have what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to write it all as one fraction, which is a slight change possibly for some of you. And what we've got is we want 6 as our denominator. So we're going to multiply the 2 by 3 to get to 6. So we have to multiply that numerator by 3 as well. That gives me then 3 into x plus 1. Then I've got plus, and I'm multiplying the 3 by 2, so I have to do, the same thing at the top. Multiply it by 2, which gives me 2 into x minus 3. By the way, I apologise for any movement. I am trying to hold my phone in one hand and do the example with the other and look underneath my phone at the same time, for the simple fact that I know people were finding the other method that I was using glitchy. So I'm hoping that this will actually work better for you. So apologies for any movement. So what we've got is we can then expand the brackets. We've got 3x plus 3 plus 2x minus 6 over 6, which gives me 5x minus 3 over 6. And I'll do the same thing for the next one. What I've got to notice here is that my common denominator is not 24. I don't just multiply them by each other. The common denominator here is 12. So I've multiplied the 4 by 3. I have to multiply the numerator by 3. And what I've then also got to be very careful of is I've got a minus sign in the middle there. That makes a huge difference when I'm working it out. I'm going to multiply that by 2, multiply that by 2, so that I've got 2 into x plus 1. Now, when I say it makes a huge difference, you know it's going to, because I'm expanding that bracket there. So it gives me 3x plus 9 minus 2x minus 2 over 12. And when I simplify that, that's going to give me x plus 7 over 12. Okay. Watch out for that when you've got minuses. You must use brackets. Even if you've left it as itself and multiplied it by 1, put a bracket in. It's really, really important, because that is how they do try to throw you slightly. So what happens if I have the denominator as an algebraic expression? Same thing, really. At the moment, I don't have any common factors there. You've got to watch for the common factors. If I had, say, x and x squared, I'd have a common factor. It would make a difference. But here I don't. So the denominator is going to be x plus 4, whoops, you can't see that, times x plus 1. Now, I personally would not expand those brackets, because you may be able to cancel down later on. So I've multiplied that by x plus 1 times by x plus 1. You always get people who do try to expand the brackets, and then in the odd occasion where you can cancel down, they've ended up throwing away marks. Particularly, you see it at A level. So always remember to leave it in factorised form if possible. So then we've got plus 3 times x plus 4. I'll expand those brackets. 2x plus 2 plus 3x plus 12 over x plus 4, x plus 1. Simplify the numerator. I've got 5x plus 14 over x plus 4, x plus 1. Now I can't factorise the numerator, and that can't be cancelled down, so I just leave it as that. What I was meaning about if we had common factors was, say I had 3 over x take away 2 over x squared. My common denominator there is actually going to be x squared. I have multiplied x by x to get to x squared. So I multiply the 3 by x, which gives me 3x. I've multiplied the x squared by 1. So I leave that as by multiplying it by 1 because I just want it to be that x squared there. So my answer is 3x minus 2 over x squared. And that cannot be simplified at all. Now please make sure that you get these notes into your notes book, the examples. I will share a photo of them, and apologies for showing you happily my box that I'm resting the camera that I use during the lessons on. Feel free to contact me or to ask for further examples live during the lesson should you need them.